knockout punch. Sounds good to me. Good to me now, good to me yesterday, good to me tomorrow. We're always looking for the knockout punch when it comes to ignorance, which is mostly what the medical profession propagates, and they don't even know it. Going to go to North Carolina now and talk to Beth about her thyroid. Hey, Beth, thanks for calling. You are live.
Hi, Dr. Glidden. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome. What's up in North Kakalaki?
Okay, so a few years ago, I had gone to see a holistic doctor who did a bio-hand scan and basically determined that I had overactive adrenals that were burned out and running off of my hormones, which were already low, which was causing a whole host of problems. She put me on 2 different creams, one for the adrenals and one hormone cream, which after a while taking those, I felt better. However, we moved out of state, had another baby. The problems seemed to be back, and I live basically with chronic yeast and UTIs, which get worse around the time of ovulation every month. So unless I take that hormone cream, you know, it gets really bad. It barely staves it off, but I don't like relying on that. Someone told me that they're starting to remove it from the markets. I just don't like relying on it. So I wanted to ask you, you know, what can I take for the adrenals and also for low estrogen?
Well, the only way that, I mean, what's your menstrual cycle like? Is it normal? Do you get your menstrual cycle every month?
Yeah, it's pretty average.
And is the pain factor or the cramp factor a big deal or not so much?
Not so much.
And what about the mood swing factor? Do you turn into a crazy person a couple of days before or not so much?
It's gotten a little worse, yeah. A little crazy.
So, all right, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like get an axe and chop your husband's head off, where do you fall, would you say?
Somewhere between 6 and 7.
Okay. So now, and all of your plumbing is intact, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. So, yeah, this is a very interesting thing to talk about because it's interesting and ironic and quite frankly upsetting that a lot of holistic physicians, quote unquote, don't really practice, in my estimation, holistic medicine. Because the tenet of holistic medicine is, look, if all of the plumbing is intact, then you don't need to give extra hormones. You need to give the body the stuff it needs to make hormones. You don't need to give estrogen. You need to give the body the raw materials that it needs to make its own estrogen, because the body is way smarter than the doctor. The body knows how to sort all of this stuff out, but, you know, if you're trying to build a house and you don't have any nails, I don't care how many carpenters and how much wood and how many nail guns you have, nothing's getting built. You need the nails. So it's best in this case to provide your body with the stuff it needs to have a healthy adrenal gland and then for your hormones to be stabilized normally. So your intuition was correct. Now, given the fact that you felt better from the hormone cream means, in fact, that there is a hormonal issue that's at play. Otherwise, you wouldn't have felt better, right? Mm-hmm. But that's really not any different than taking an aspirin for a headache. It just makes the pain go away, but it doesn't get to the root cause of the illness, right? So your intuition is spot on about needing to do something more better here, and quite frankly, more holistic. Okay. So, you know, just because you prescribe a naturally occurring substance doesn't make you holistic, right? But I don't want to go off on that rant right now, okay? And I see it all the time. I have to tell you, it is the rule rather than the exception. And I do not like the way that the naturopathic medical schools now are training naturopathic doctors. They're training naturopathic doctors to do exactly what just happened to you, and, you know, it's not really naturopathic. I mean, you know, it's better than giving Premarin, but not much, quite frankly. In my opinion, I was one of the first doctors, naturopaths in the world, to do bioidentical hormone supplementation. I was doing bioidentical hormones 20 years ago. I was one of the first doctors to do that. One of the first, the 300-400. So I have a lot of experience with it. And in my opinion, that treatment is only necessary if you've had your uterus or your ovaries yanked by the MDs, for good or for bad. Sometimes, you know, you don't need to have that surgery done, but that's all the surgeon knows how to do. But I'm telling you, if the plumbing is there, then you're good to go. So what we would recommend is to, number one, you have to stop eating food that's causing low-grade inflammation and interfering with the absorption of nutrients into your body. There are 10 foods that we've identified to do that. It's called the 10 bad foods. And you can get that list for free on my website. Just go to fireyourmdnow.com. A little box will pop up when you first get to the site, and it'll ask you if you want my newsletter. If you say yes and give us your email, which we keep in-house, by the way, you'll be directed to a hidden page on the website where my list of good food, bad food is, and there's a little video there that explains why wheat, barley, rye, and oats, which are the first 4 bad foods, are in fact bad for you. So go to the website, get that list, eliminate those 10 bad foods. Now, it's entirely possible that just doing that may, in fact, fix this problem. However, it would be prudent for you to eat a diet for a couple of months, 90 days, 3 months, 12 weeks, to eat a diet that's high in cholesterol, because all of your sex hormones are made from cholesterol. How about that? Estradiol, estrone, estriol, dihydroepiandrosterone, even the small amount of testosterone that's in your body, cortisol, pregnenolone, everything is made from cholesterol. That's what it's made from. So if you're on a statin drug, you need to flush it down the toilet. If you're on any type of cholesterol-lowering medication, flush it down the toilet. And if you're a vegan, I can't help you, because you're going to need to start to eat more cholesterol because your body needs it. Now, cholesterol is interesting because it's not considered an essential nutrient because your body makes it. That's how important it is. Cholesterol is of such vital importance to your body makes it, but can only make about 20% of what it needs, and it's the liver that does that. So the easiest way to get cholesterol into your body is eggs and butter. So I would recommend you eat 2, 3, 4 eggs a day if you can do it. And if you can't do that, then eat a couple of eggs a day with butter and salt and, you know, chicken with the skin and rare hamburger and rare meat and full-fat milk and full-fat yogurt. And listen, don't worry, because it's not fat that makes people fat. It's too many calories that make people fat. And the only reason people crave calories is because their body is nutritionally starved. So eliminate the 10 bad foods. Consume a lion's share of cholesterol every day for 90 days. And you got to give your body, in a holistic fashion, all of the raw materials it needs to fix the adrenal glands, to fix the relationship between the ovaries and the uterus and the thyroid and the pituitary. It's kind of like a tune-up for the whole body, right? When you give the body all the 90 essential nutrients that it needs, then all of a sudden the body can sort it out all by itself, because this is our fundamental supposition, that your body has intelligence. Your body is smart. It has a God-given intelligence informed by the presence of the soul force in your body. Your body knew how to grow itself all by itself from a single-celled organism into you. It knows how to fix itself. It knows how to normalize its hormones. It knows how to help the adrenal glands. It just needs stuff to do it. So what's your current body weight, Beth?
125.
All right, so this is going to be easy. And are you bothered by anything else other than a little moodiness premenstrually? Do you have high blood pressure or heartburn or anything else?
No, not that I can think of.
How's your sleep?
Not so good. I sleep light, and I don't seem to be able to get enough.
Yeah, so is it hard to fall asleep, or it's kind of like a little restless, or what?
Very restless. I wake up jittery. It's sometimes hard to go to sleep.
Okay. That's a calcium deficiency. And that often accelerates postpartum, because the status of the human body is that nobody's body has all of the nutrients that it needs to be healthy. If you're just eating food, you must be supplementing, and nobody is supplementing correctly. So everybody's body is running on, half of the nutrients it needs. And then you get pregnant. So the baby steals half of that. Well, now you're running on a third or 20% of your body's nutrient needs, and this is why women get eclampsia, they get diabetes during pregnancy, they get postpartum depression, or all kinds of physical, mental, or emotional conditions show up after the birth of the child because your body's just been sucked dry by the presence of the baby. And, you know, thank God that that happened, otherwise the baby would be born with a birth defect. So you need to give your body back the stuff that it needs with a little extra calcium. So the recommendation for you is easy. It would be one healthy start pack, one bottle of Beyond OsteoFX, one healthy start pack, one Beyond OsteoFX, and 3 bottles of selenium a month. That's it. That's all that you need. Plus, eliminate the 10 bad foods. Eat a diet that's high in cholesterol. And if you want to, you can also get into the habit of drinking licorice root tea, because licorice root tea herbally stimulates, it's an adaptogenic herb that helps your adrenal glands specifically.
Awesome.
All right.
Okay.
So, but look, if you just did the herbs, right, without the nutrients, it wouldn't work. If you do them both together, then it's a home run. And what I would do with the hormones is I would do the hormones the way that you're doing them now and the supplements for 4 weeks. And then starting on the 5th week, I would wean myself off of the hormones over the course of, 3-4 weeks. Just wean yourself off of them. Okay. Now, once your body's completely off of the hormones, you may have a rough week or 2 or 3 of it as your body adjusts to the new deal. But that should pass like a summer storm. You just have to hang fire. And from start to finish, this whole program is going to take 90 days, okay? 90 days. Clean up your diet, take the supplements starting in month 2, wean off of the hormones. Call me back anytime along this ride, and I'll give you advice, Beth. I appreciate the trust. Now go out there and get your health back. Stick around, folks. Going to California when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Peter Glidden here, October 2nd, 2013, talking to folks all around the world about their health issues. We're going to go to California now and talk it up with Nadru. Ooh, I think someone got into a car accident. Hey, Nadru, thanks for calling. You are live.
Thank you, Dr. Glidden. I have a relative, unfortunately yesterday I went to a funeral and saw so many people that were mineral deficient. It's a shame that, we have to go to those kind of situations and we see people even sicker. But I have a cousin, she actually had a freak accident. The car ran over her legs.
Ouch.
And so she's doing therapy, and I had her on the products, the Healthy Start Pack, but she stopped taking that because of the soy. So I told her that I told her what I thought she needs, but I wanted to call you today to try to get some information as far as what she should be taking, and she says she can't take soy.
Because why?
She says she's allergic to it.
Which product specifically had the soy in it? Was it the Beyond Tangy Tangerine?
It was the Beyond Tangerine. I told her we have the peach now, and then she said the EFAs.
Oh, well, the EFAs don't have soy. The EFA Plus is fish oil. There's no soy in the EFA Plus.
Okay.
At all, so she's okay with that. But, what she needs is the calcium and the minerals. So she needs calcium and minerals and glucogel. So if she's going to give you a hard time about this or whatever, then the second best thing to do for her would be, how much does she weigh, do you know?
About 135.
All right, so I would give her 3 ounces of the Beyond OsteoFX a day. That's 3 bottles a month.
Okay.
3 ounces of the Beyond OsteoFX a day. And let me do some quick math. 240 divided by 30, that's 8. I'd give her 16 glucogel a day. So give her 2 bottles of the glucogel at the 240 count. 2 bottles of the glucogel at the 240 count, and give her 16 a day. So she can do 8 with breakfast, 8 with lunch, 8 with lunch, 8 with dinner, or 5, 5, and 6, whatever. And 1 ounce of the white liquid calcium 3 times a day. That will go a long way towards helping her body to support and promote the structure and function of the bone tissue that's been damaged. And if she's open to it, it would not be a bad idea to give her the EFA Plus. At her weight, she would only need 3 a day of the EFA Plus. And as far as I'm concerned, I do not believe, I'd have to look at the label again. I have a label in my database here. I do not believe that there's any soy in the EFA Plus. Now, if there is, there's going to be, Longevity has 7 different essential fatty acid supplements.
Right.
And if you just go into your back office and pull up the ingredient list, then it will tell you right there whether or not there's soy in it. And I can't find my my info chart right now. But yeah, so that's the deal. So remember, there's the EFA, there's the EFA Plus, there's the women's EFA, there's the Prohoba Omega. And there might be a number of other essential fatty acid supplements from Escape or Longevity or one of the other companies that's in Longevity. But you just read the labels and there will be no problem here. But look, the biggest thing that she needs is the calcium, the selenium, and the glucogel. The calcium and the selenium and the glucogel. And her leg will bounce right back in short order. The medical doctors will be amazed. Now, I'm assuming she has a cast on. Is that correct?
No, she has no cast on. She wore these, if you know, she had these tennis shoes on with high steps and just walking just really, really, really slow, and she had to have someone help.
So what part of her, well, all right, so just give her, so that's a good place to start. And, if you can enroll her, Nadru, in eliminating the 10 bad foods, then, that's going to go a long way towards helping to speed up the resolution of this. But I love helping people with this kind of trauma because when you give the body the nutrients it needs, it cuts the recovery time almost in half. So give her the supplements, get out of the way, and let the healing begin. You're doing a great job in California, Drew. You know what? You are the last best hope your community has for healthy and wealthy lives. Keep up the work. You're doing a great job. Stick around, folks. Going to Virginia to talk to Cleveland when we come back. Well, before we shuffle on off to Virginia to talk to Cleveland, Jennifer and Barbara are back, and I think they missed something I told them at the end of that segment. Hello, Jennifer and Barbara. How can I help?
Hello.
Yes, we got cut off, and we just thought we would call in and see if there was something else besides using the half dosage. And
well,
we just...
Yeah, okay,
I have a question. Well, go on ahead.
Go ahead, Barbara. What's the other question?
Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, the other question was all the things they had me take, the glucogel, the cell seed, the EFA, the fucoid, the selenium. I was taking like 2 or 3 tablets a day. 3 times a day. So
and
I didn't know, should I cut back on that?
Okay, how much do you weigh?
190.
190?
Yeah, 190. I'm 5'10".
Okay. So in a perfect world, you would be doing 4 scoops of Beyond Tangy Tangerine a day. 4 scoops a day.
Okay. Right.
So what I would like to see you do is put 1 scoop in 12 ounces of water and take 1 hour to drink it. And do that 4 times a day.
Okay, but you just told me to break that up into half scoops throughout the day.
Well, when you were taking it before, were you doing 1 scoop in how much water? Do you remember?
I was doing 2 scoops, and I would do 1 scoop at one time, and I would put it in approximately 24 ounces of water.
So you would do 1 scoop in 24 ounces of water twice a day?
Correct.
And how long would it take for you to drink that 24-ounce drink down? How would you sip on that, or would you just chug it down?
It would take me about 40 minutes.
No kidding. So you were doing 1 scoop in 24 ounces of water, taking about 40 minutes to drink it down, and you were doing that twice a day.
Right.
And doing that, now have you, before longevity, have you ever been allergic to shellfish? Has that ever been a problem for you?
No. I'm allergic to codeine, radishes. But
codeine, that's interesting. What about, have you stopped eating wheat, barley, rye, and oats? Have you gone gluten-free yet?
Not entirely. For the most part of the day I am, but not entirely in the sense that there are some things that, I go to eat and it's got a little bit of that wheat.
Well, so give me an example. So when you fall off of that wagon, what is it that you're eating that has a little bit of wheat in it?
I'll eat something that has a little bit of wheat flour.
Well, give me an example. Like what?
Bread.
Yeah, so you'll eat bread, right? Or pasta? Yeah?
Yeah, pasta not so much. Because we do the gluten-free pasta.
Okay, so you have to get some gluten-free bread because from our point of view, the problem that you're having here is one of absorption and assimilation of these nutrients. And what hurts absorption and assimilation of the nutrients? Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. So even if you're having, a half a piece of bread a day, it's going to be interfering with the absorption of this stuff, and it's going to be making it very, very difficult for you to get on the other side of this. So you really have to just stop eating that stuff completely. You can't have any of it at all. And given the fact that you were doing 1 scoop in 24 ounces, and that you're still getting the bladder problem, then what I'm going to recommend that you do for 14 days is half a scoop in 24 ounces, but I only want you to do that twice a day. I want you to do half a scoop in 24 ounces of water twice a day for 2 weeks. And then if you're okay, right, I want you to do half a scoop in 24 ounces of water 4 times a day for 2 weeks. You got to wean up to this slowly. And the glucogel dose, do you have a problem with your joints, or do you have any type of arthritis going on in your body?
Oh, I'm sure I do. I crushed my ankle a while back, years ago.
Yeah.
And I think they had said I had a So anyways.
So what I would focus on for the first 4 weeks would be the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the Osteo-FX, the EFA, and the selenium. And clean up your diet 100%. You got to get the selenium into your body. And in a perfect world, I would have you do 12 selenium a day. That's 4 between breakfast and lunch, 4 between lunch and dinner, and 4 between dinner and bedtime. 12 selenium a day, 4, 4, and 4. I would have you do 6 of the EFA plus a day, and 1 ounce of the white liquid calcium twice a day. I'm pretty sure it's the Beyond Tangy Tangerine that's causing the bladder issue. And if you dilute the dose more intensely and then slowly wean up to that while you're eliminating gluten 100%, that's going to be the magic bullet for you. So give that a roll and give me a call back in a couple of weeks with a report. I will look forward to it. All right. Now we're going to Virginia to talk to Cleveland. Hey, Cleveland, thanks for waiting. You are live.
Hello, Dr. Glidden. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, but I'll get better, Cleveland. What's happening?
Oh, well, I have several guys that, like in their 60s and above, they asked me, do we have anything to help them to perform better in the bedroom? So I said, well, let me call my buddy Dr. Glidden and find out what we have.
Well, that's an interesting thing to talk about. You know, and the medical industry is not stupid, and we were talking about this with Mike Randolph earlier, that the pharmaceutical industry is not there to make people healthy. The pharmaceutical industry is there to make a profit. Now, one of the things that they've done is they convinced everybody in this world to lower their cholesterol levels, which is nonsense, and it's not supported by the research. It's just not. There's no relationship between cholesterol and heart disease. It doesn't exist. It's inflammation that causes heart disease, not cholesterol. But cholesterol-lowering statin drugs are the largest selling drug in the United States right now. It's a big, bad voodoo daddy cholesterol-lowering statin drug. So guess what happens when you're on a cholesterol-lowering statin drug and a fat-free diet and you're exercising? Your cholesterol dries up. What happens when your cholesterol dries up? Your sex hormones dry up because testosterone is made from cholesterol. That's what it's made from, as are all of the other hormones in your body. They're all made from cholesterol. So when your cholesterol dries up, if you're a man, you get erectile dysfunction or you get, bad performance. And if you're a woman, you get hot flushes for 5 years instead of 5 weeks like your grandmother. Now, again, the pharmaceutical industry is smart, so they created erectile dysfunction with statin drugs, and then they rolled out a cure for erectile dysfunction, Cialis and Viagra. So they've got a lock on it, right? They create a disease, and then they eliminate the disease with another drug. So it's nuts. So the best thing that anybody can do in order to have healthy hormones is flush the cholesterol medication down the toilet. Just flush it. Don't take it. Stop it. And if you want to, be more comfortable doing that, to call your pharmacist and say, look, I'm taking this cholesterol lowering medication. I want to stop doing it. How do I do it? Most of the time, you can just cold turkey it. And eat more eggs and butter and salt. So the cure for erectile dysfunction, we can't say cure. In order to support and promote the structure and function of the hormones in the human body, if you're a male, or quite frankly, if you're a female, the recommendation is 6 eggs a day, plus butter and salt, 6 eggs a day. Now, because eggs are loaded with cholesterol. Don't stop there. Have chicken with the skin, have turkey with the skin, have a rare hamburger, have full-fat milk and full-fat yogurt, right? Go crazy for cholesterol. And in about 3 weeks, you'll start to see a remarkable improvement in that area. Now, if you really want to up the ante, in addition to, flushing the statin drugs and increasing your cholesterol, they'll also take the 90 essential nutrients. So it's a simple solution, because in order for your body to make hormones, which it's trying to do all of the time, and in order for your body to regulate its hormones, which it's trying to do all of the time, it needs cholesterol plus the 90 essential nutrients. So the recommendation would be simple, Cleveland. It's 1 healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month. 2 bottles of selenium per 100 pounds of body weight per month. And 1 bottle of HGH Youth Complex, HGH Youth Complex, per 100 pounds of body weight per month, because the HGH Youth Complex gives your body the other stuff that the hormones are made from. So now, Longevity also has an herbal drink. It's called Passion, and it's made by, I forget what company it came in with. I forget the name of the company that it came in with. The Renew, I think. It's called Renew. The company is called, no, it's not. The company is called Pure 3X, I think. But just go into your back office and type in PUR, P like Peter, U like underdog, R like Roger, 3X, like X-ray. And it'll pop up. And that company makes 2 drinks. One is called Renew, which is an energy drink, and the other one is called Passion. And the Passion drink is loaded with herbs that stimulate the production of sex hormones in the body. But if you don't have any sex hormones, it ain't going to do any good to stimulate them. If you step on the gas pedal, if there ain't no gas in the tank, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
So once they
super cell protector.
No, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it. Not for this. I wouldn't do it for this. I would do the selenium, the HGH, the Healthy Start Pack for a month, plus a diet that's high in cholesterol. And after they've done that for a month, they can get a case of this Pure 3X Passion drink. And, about a half an hour before they're ready to rock and roll, they can throw one of those babies down, and it's going to help quite a bit. So, this is how we do it holistically, one step at a time. But really, the biggest culprit here, honest to God, is cholesterol-lowering diets and cholesterol-lowering statin drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And it is such a gigantic scam. It is such a gigantic scam that people just can't believe it. Oh no, I can't believe it. I can't believe that cholesterol is good for me. I can't believe that because it's been so ingrained in our consciousness. And you mark my words, one of these days on, Time Magazine or Newsweek, you're going to see a big headline, big fat headline, cholesterol myth busted completely. And yet we're still going to go to the MDs for advice. It's unbelievable what they get away with. Keep up the good work, Cleveland. We're up against the hard break. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, and this is Fire Your MD Now. Who wants to work all day? I don't know. I don't know anybody that wants to work all day. I know thousands of people that need to work all day. And guess what? If you join Longevity as a business builder and let us show you how to build a longevity distributorship efficiently, easily with our simple system, then within a year, within 18 months, within 24 months, you will be able to quit your JOB and replace your income with longevity. It is that easy to do. We're closing it out today with Alaric in Texas, who's got a question about absorbing vitamins. Hey, Alaric, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hi, Doc. Listen, you gave me a few things to take because there's protein in my kidneys and I'm urinating protein. You gave me the kidney and bladder. You told me to take some enzymes to absorb it. Is there anything else that I could be doing? Because it's like I sit down, my feet blow up like a balloon. Maybe I lay down, I go to sleep, then they go back down. And I think that might have caused me to have an infection. What can I do to expedite this? I mean...
So your experience is that your extremities are still swelling up just as much now as they ever did, or has there been a little bit of improvement?
No, it's the same. It's no improvement really, because if I walk, they'll go down, but if I sit down, they'll go up. If I go to sleep, they'll go down, but as soon as I get up to cook something or anything, boom, they started blowing up again.
Yeah. And how long has this been going on?
It's been for maybe 8 months like this now.
Okay. So there's nothing that I'm aware of that can speed this up. But here's what I would do, Alaric. I would go to the source. I would call Dr. Wallach up on his radio show and ask him. Because if anybody's going to know anything extra that you can do for this, it's going to be Wallach. But just be prepared. Depending on the mood that Dr. Wallach's in, he's either going to be short and sweet and to the point, or curt, or he's going to talk to you for a long time. But I would be prepared. Tell him that I told you to call him, and then tell him the stuff that I told you to take, the stuff that you're taking right now, and then ask him if there's anything extra that you can do in order to speed up the process, with the stuff going on in the legs.
Okay.
I wish I had an answer for you, but I'm not going to make stuff up. And, the stuff that I've told you to do is what I know to do. And the only thing that you really can do, as far as I'm concerned, is just give the program more time, right? Now, I don't know everything, but Dr. Wallach does. And he really does. So if there is anything that I'm overlooking or anything that you could add on here to speed up the game, Dr. Wallach would know about it. So I would get in touch with him on his radio show, and he airs from 2 to 3 Central Time, Monday through Friday, from 2 to 3 Central Time, Monday through Friday.
I think you're right behind him for that fact.
Yeah, he's on the ZBS radio network. And what I would do is I would call the show 10 minutes before it starts. I would call the show 10 minutes before it starts to get in the queue, so that, you don't have to wait the full hour to talk to him.
Okay, but outside of that, you figure, well, maybe I should just give it some more time and see what occurs.
Yeah, there's only 2 reasons that medical nutrition doesn't work. Either you're not taking the appropriate dose, or you haven't given your body enough time to assimilate it. And one of the things we get so used to, right, is quick fix with pharmaceuticals, right? Quick fix. Take the Excedrin, and in 10 minutes the headache's gone, right? Take the heartburn medicine, and in 15 minutes the heartburn's gone. Well, fixing the problem, especially if there's organ failure involved, it's a long-term process, man. And, you might need to do this program from start to finish for 3-4 months before you start to get any traction from it. And it's entirely possible that Dr. Wallach, can dial something else in for you. But I'm warning you, have your list and be concise with Dr. Wallach, and life is good. And then call me back and tell me what he told you to do. Thanks, Alaric. You're the greatest. I appreciate everything that you do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time again today. Don't forget, I'm on the road Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're going to be in Canada. Please visit deathbymedicine.ca for the schedule and to sign up for the events. deathbymedicine.ca. We're going to the Great White North. I'll see you there.